brothers, welcome back to Territorial IO. We're starting off today here in a 44-player free-for-all battle here in Europe. We have this lovely spot for ourselves up here in the north, looking very strong. I'm surprised nobody's coming up here to challenge me, and if they don't, it'll be at their own demise because I have all this access to the Nordic countries as well as having Northern Russia. There's one guy below me, but we're basically in a 1v1 against him. Now, the guy in the Nordic countries could come over and make things difficult, so my priority is obviously cutting off this guy from the south first from going anywhere in the north, and then we need to push west with all of our might. We'll see if that's how it works out within the bot phase, but we're going to be pretty aggressive here, getting off to an early kind of start. I just want to make sure that I get through the north, because if we don't get through the north, then we're going to have to be fighting for a lot more bots for the same amount of space, so it's definitely worth to go right now. Especially as we only have one person around us who could potentially attack us. So we'll just continue to keep going here. And we do get off to a great start. Not able to quite squeeze through there in the north or the northwest, but that's okay. Excuse me. So we'll just continue on our escapades here, making sure to block the Prussian guy down below us. That is our biggest threat to us right now. If he's able to sneak around us, that is going to be bad news bears. Now, obviously, we don't want to throw away too many troops, just kind of jumping over here, making sure that we get the land only to lose it because we have a far inferior amount of troops. But I'm going to be a little bit aggressive here and just make sure that that is secured. And now we have a bunch of bots behind us. We can actually pressure him a little bit to have to worry about his borders. So now we just go into Scandinavia. We do recognize that it is on the weak side. We do want to make sure to hit these big bots, though, behind us when we have the opportunity to, so that we don't have to face them when they only have us to attack. Otherwise, that could be kind of, pretty detrimental to us. Anyways, we'll finish up here in the Nordic. Not getting as much as we wanted, but it remains pretty divided. So overall, pretty good success there. I don't imagine we're going to get attacked here as we have a substantial amount of troops, and we are far away in red interest in, or excuse me, the crown with a red interest mark of 4.8 or 4.8 million. There we go. Those are the words. Anyways, now we just wait. We'll definitely take alliance with the Prussian guy. Sorry, I was fumbling with my words as I was doing that. Because he's blocking me from 3 players. And at this point, there's no reason... Here, let's get this. There's no reason to go down south and be pressured against those 3 players while we're still in a weakened state. If anything, I'd be pretty content with going into monkey defense, as he's going to be on the weaker side. He won't have a coalition to go against him. Prussian won't betray me, I don't believe, if he is a smart player in that coalition, just because he'll recognize that if he attacks me, that NATO and player 555... and potentially that Zibagalulu guy is going to also maybe join in, as well as player 628 down there in Finland area. So we'll just keep building up our troops here. We might go a little bit early before our red interest mark. We'll kind of wait to see how the world's developing. That AK-Pack guy in second place, he doesn't quite have 1 million yet, so we're definitely winning the troop race. We got our land very early and for basically free. So we can dictate the world based off our next move. And we're getting close enough to red interest. I think it's worthwhile waiting. Sometimes I debate whether it's worthwhile waiting or not, but especially in a situation like this where we don't really have to fear being attacked, well, let's just go ahead and start pushing into monkey defense over here. The Prussian wanted to join in. I actually don't really want his help over here. I want all the land for myself kind of greedily. I'm hoping he doesn't boat over. He is boating over. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate, and he's really kind of become my next target because he's going to block my way down south as we're moving at equal speed until I can get to 60,000 pixels. Oh, no, missed it. There we go. Okay, so now we're at 60,000 pixels. Everything's looking sharp. Can I boat over here? No? Okay, fine. We'll just take this land. I don't want to strengthen Prussian up too much because eventually I'm going to have to take him down, especially as the 3 players behind him have not garnered any strength. They're not much of a threat to me right now, so I don't need to be fearful of pushing down into them. The only thing I need to be fearful of is I'm using a little bit extra troops here, but that's okay. So that is going to be the end of that, and now we'll just begin our fight on the Prussian. Start to whittle him down. He just got off his own war, so he has a little bit extra land that we'll need to kind of get back for ourselves. And we'll slowly but surely start to whittle him down. Now, fortunately for us, I'll say fortunately, that winter player is right behind NATO and everyone. He's actually going to be he's probably the biggest threat to me on the board right now. And the reason I say that is because he's in a position to get really big, and he's going to be centralized in touching us, which means that he's probably, if there was a coalition to go against me, he would be definitely a member of it. So we really want to work our way down there before the players in Africa, John and K-Pac, get over here. So that's going to be our mission here. I'm going to work down NATO because he's going to give me better borders on the winner. And as soon as we get better borders on the winner, I don't care if you're attacking me. He left the game too, so that's okay. We're just going to immediately start attacking winner, start whittling him down, and I think, I'm kind of hoping that will be strong enough to take down John and K-Pac together if we take down winner. But having a third person in the mix is definitely a concern. Hold on, let's finish up you. There we go. And now we can go into the remainder of player 555, who's a bot. He's only got 1 million, so the land's definitely worth grabbing here. Mostly blocking the winner from grabbing it. So there's all of that. We are pretty close to our leaderboard, and now we just go into winner. Fortunately for us, John and K-Pac have both been pretty slowed down by something. I think that player in the Iberian Peninsula slowed him down a lot. I know he had a lot of troops. And K-Pac was playing a little bit of catch-up, which is good for us. Now, if we take out winner, I think we're looking sharp. Although, who is this player in Burgundy? Hold on, I'll take alliance with you. The Unknown. He's got 8 million. Okay, John, K-Pac, and the Unknown could all work me down. So, I'm actually going to go into the hardest target here that we have borders with, which is the Unknown. And just make sure that there's no coalition that can go against me in this moment. And the sooner we take down this guy, the better it's going to be for us. John is more than happy just to look for a peace here. Fine. He's actually helping us attack the Unknown, which is nice of him. And we'll just finish up the rest of you. Yep, yeah, he's left the game. And so has you, so we'll just kind of mosey our way through at this point. We don't have to really fear any target. There's nobody that can go against us. We have 49% of the land, so let's just kind of cruise through the rest of this map, making sure that we still have enough troops to ensure that K-Pac and John don't attack us. So, yeah, I just saw that our German guy, the little player in black next to us. He pointed at me, and I was like, wait a minute. But he was just saying, go that way. And I was like, yeah, I know. I go this way. So, now we'll just finish up you, and we'll call it well, let's get this off of here. And we'll finish up you. Oh, no. He threw up the silver flat. You know what? He didn't even offer an alliance. He just cockily said, I'm getting second place. It's just like, no, I had strong designs to take you out. Now, I also had designs to take out John, but John actually helped us in a few of those fights. So I'm actually okay with just piecing out with him. The player in the black definitely played a nice role for us as a buffer state with John until we were strong enough to kind of go against him. So we'll give the claps good sportsmanship here. Let everybody know that we're going for a peace. And then one ye kissy face for the boys. We'll look for the peace here, and we'll go on to the next game. All right, next game up is going to be a 27-person free-for-all here in the desert. Full sending is allowed. Now, you may be asking, Corgi, why do you have the Corgi tag on? Well, because I was playing team games and I got frustrated with my teammates. So I'm playing alone. I'm getting the second game out of here. We're doing a free-for-all. We're doing desert, one of my more favorite maps. I've really started to miss the non-geographical maps, so I hope you enjoy them as well. I feel like it's just kind of always the same a little bit with geographical maps. So I was just looking to do something a little bit different. And we'll see how well we can get off to a good start here. Now, of all the people in the world, I definitely think I got off to the strongest position. It was slightly ruined by the guy down to the southeast of us. But I mean, we still have the strongest position, but we had an overwhelming start at the beginning. If that, I think it's the Reich wasn't there, which is fine. We'll be able to overcome. Now, we do have to worry about Playa up to the north as well. I kind of discounted them based off their spot. But they look like they're a pretty knowledgeable player. So that might be a little bit of problems for us. So let's go ahead and just kind of push our way into whatever bots we can. Getting a little bit unlucky with the timing of the bots. Yeah, it could be better for sure. So we'll just keep expanding in whatever direction we can. Obviously, want to go up north and block Playa. I think that's the biggest risk we have. And then south to block Reich. And as soon as we have those two directions covered, we're in the clear to get a lot of bots behind us. We can safely push out. But again, need to make sure that those two missions are accomplished. And obviously, just kind of hitting bots wherever they are weakest. We don't want to wait too long. And we do have the crown. We do have a substantial amount of troops. Fortunately for us, Reich has lost a lot of troops along the way somewhere. He's drastically over attacking is what's happening. He's attacking with like 20% of his troops, which is very much an over attack. And we're just going to continue to keep grabbing the bots behind us, wait for the bots in front of us to get weak. I don't want to charge into 14,000 necessarily. So, 6. And we'll just grab the rest of this. We'll go in now that we're getting help attacking and just kind of push over. Now, this might be a mistake going into this bot, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. And the reason it might be a mistake in you as well is we're now bordering a lot of people when we're not that strong. This could be a real problem for us. Yeah, I think we should just finish it. Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of opportunities because of it. But I worry if it's going to be a mistake. And you going down is something obviously we have to be a part of. So let's go ahead and jump in on that. And just kind of wait and hope and see what the rest of the world's going to do. I'll definitely take an alliance with you, Mr. Vaughn. As you have full sense. This one scares me. This one's probably the scariest attack we've done. I don't know if I should be doing it. Oh, well. It's more land, it's more opportunity. I think in a crown game, you want the options to have more opportunity. I think you're less likely to get attacked because you'll have so many troops and people will be afraid of that. So we'll just continue to keep building up to our red interest mark of 10 million. So it is going to be a long minute. We have a substantially more amount of troops than anybody around us. So yeah, we don't have to worry about being attacked. And there's nobody really gigantic around us. Let's finish up Lego. The only one I'm worried about is player 10 up north and then Arya India. And then Playa is doing a great job of not getting full sent. They're growing every minute. Freaking Android user 788. Well, the game now we got to deal with this and it just keeps attacking me. It really doesn't like me. Stop it. There's other people to attack here. Let's just finish up this bot over here. Start to work our way over. And yeah, so I'm worried about Android user 387 now. And then Arya India is I'm afraid of them, especially as they're on the move. They're getting bigger. They're the second largest player on the board. I think I want to just push through kindness to maybe get into Spawnistan. Just in case Spawnistan full sends India, in which case we're going to go ham into India, block them from building up any coalitions against us. And player 10 above has left the game. I bet you that was a drop because he's in such a strong position. I doubt he would have just left the game. But we'll go ahead and finish. More just going to Arya right now. We'll just immediately take down the biggest threat to us on the board. And once we have Arya down, we'll feel a lot better about ourselves. Android user 387 is the second biggest threat, but he is getting attacked by Playa. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But we're just going to ignore it and continue to keep going into India over here. And as soon as we take out India, we're going to be in a really strong spot. And we have about 40% of the occupation. And 40% of occupation with red interest. And honestly, the player base so divided, I think this is going to be a win for us. But I'm going to push for player 10 up here just to make sure that nobody else becomes a big threat on the board and that we win the game. Now, big risk was that as we drastically reduced our troop count down to 16 million. But I feel pretty confident that we're going to have time to survive because there's still a lot of infighting here. If everyone was waiting around, I may not have done that move. But because everybody was attacking each other, I figured there'd still be some residual attacks going on. And now we're starting to approach our red interest mark and become unstoppable as, yeah, they're still fighting each other. So let's go into Playa, knock them down. We know they're a skilled player because they've done pretty well for themselves. Android users also full sent. So we'll go ahead, jump on that. And you're threatening to boom. Go ahead, brother. I don't know what was your thoughts on that. But anyways, let's just go ahead and finish up Wessex over here. Get this. And there we go. Wessex full sends us. Wait for that to end. Finish that off. And then we'll boat over here and call it a day. So as we do start to wrap things up, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made this far in the video. If you have made this far in the video, hey, give a thumbs up. Really helps out a lot. If you're new around here, subscribe for more. I put videos every day. But boys, I will see you in the next one.